my life's work.
I know, sir.
I feel a bit sad, Faustus.
I think that's quite understandable, Mr. Bonia-Combs.
I feel a bit sad that he will be the first to know of it.
Who, sir?
Eddie Peddle. It's a bit sad, Faustus. Eddie Peddle and the scum of the provincial cabinet will be the first to know of the grid, total education. That is a bit sad.
What is the grid?
The grid is all.
What is grid truth?
Grid truth is the all-encompassing truth.
Where does grid truth live and have its being?
From the moment of its birth, grid truth was wrapped in the swaddling clothes of total education. And in total education, it has its being.
Faustus, how long have you worked with me on total education and the grid?
3 years.
3 years. For 3 years you researched, you've typed,
I've worked evenings and weekends.
you've labored.
I've sweated.
You've labored all these years because of my vision.
Yes, sir. We've been working to develop a new curriculum program.
No, Faustus. No. You've labored because of my vision.
Your vision?
My vision, Faustus. And now I think the time's come for me to tell you of my vision. The time's come for me to reward you for all your years of dedication and labor. A number of years ago, I was walking along Gower Street, and I saw an old dear friend of mine. He didn't see me, so I called out to him. He stopped, looked at me, and then was killed instantly by a bag of frozen soup. I rushed to his side, but of course I was too late. I looked up to see where the bag had come from. I saw an open window and I heard the shouts of a couple engaged in a domestic squabble.
I got up. I went fishing. I went for a couple of beer, okay?
And then I looked further up. And then I saw it. Stretching from horizon to horizon. Millions of crisscrossed lines forming squares in the sky. The grid. I saw the grid. The grid had cast a perfect shadow of itself on the ground, like a giant piece of graph paper. And my friend and the bag of frozen chicken soup were framed perfectly, like grid square number 437602. And then I looked back up in the sky, but the grid had disappeared. It was at that moment that I realized that the grid is always there. It's always above our heads. Objects are continually falling through the grid. Is there a pattern to these falling objects, Faustus? Isn't there a pattern to all of nature? Of course there is. And there must be a pattern to the grid. We must find the grid pattern, Faustus. We must unlock the mysteries of the grid. We must cheat the grid. And we must always be under the right square at the right time. And in so doing, we'll set ourselves on the road to eternal life. And now you know why you've labored all these years.
Yes, sir. Now I know.
I can see you're deeply moved.